pleasant good night out of Zurich. Russia slams Trump decision to cut WHO's funding as coronavirus rages. It's the first time on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Russian officials denounced U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to cut Washington's funding to the World Health Organization, WHO, as the coronavirus pandemic continues to spread around the world. Trump announced Tuesday that his administration will suspend its funding to the UN health body as it reviews what is called the WHO's role in severely mismanaging and covering up the spread of the coronavirus. The U.S. president, who has been criticized at home for his handling of the pandemic, said the WHO unfairly attacked his decision to restrict travel from China in January. The U.S. is the WHO's largest single funder, as given its $40 million last year. The UN Secretary-General António Guterres was swift to condemn Trump moves, saying the WHO must be supported as it is absolutely critical to the world's effort to win the war against COVID-19. Here's a look at how Moscow reacted to the news. The Kremlins. The heads of the G20, including Russian President Vladimir Putin, support the work of the WHO and places hope on the WHO's future work to analyze the experience of this pandemic. We work from this position, spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters, referring to a pledge signed by G20 leaders in March. It says that the G20 presidents fully support the WHO's effort and are determined to further strengthen its authority to coordinate the international fight against the pandemic, Peskov added. Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov called the U.S. move a selfish approach and very disturbing. We call on the U.S. to abandon further attack on the WHO and pursue a responsibility policy that will not destroy the framework of international cooperation in the biomedical field, but rather strengthening this partnership and create the basis for its further improvement, he said. This is a blow to this organization at a time when the international community is relying on it, and this is a step that deserves to be condemned, the state-run TASS news agency quoted Ryabkov as saying. Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova, the politicians of this country, the U.S., always have someone to blame. They blame China and the WHO for the pandemic, Russia for the loss of Hillary Clinton, and Putin personally for problems in America medicine. TASS quotes Ryabkov as saying. My viewers and subscribers, this is not my news, this is what I'm reading. Is America president to be blamed? Should he cut back from his decision to support WHO in the funding of the COVID-19? Is Russian the main problem in the USA? The money and the founders and the fundings of $4 million, does that give the U.S. president the right to stop the funding and to cut and to put blames on the WHO? Who is to get the blame? Is COVID-19 a man-made pandemic? These are all the questions that are to be answered. This blow to this organization at a time when the international community is relying on it. And this is a step deserves to be condemned, the state-run TASS news agency quoted from one of the speakers. So, who is to be blamed for the pandemic? Is it a biometric chemical built to put in as a vaccine to eradicate those who are unfortunate to be alive or not sustainable to live? My viewers and subscribers, lend me your views because there are so many questions here to be answered. The politicians are outraged. They don't know what to do. The whole world is in a pandemic all on its own without coronavirus. because now the lockdowns are being seen for real, and people are being shut out, people are being destroyed because they lack knowledge. Is this one of the things that is going on? Tell me your views. Should we blame the US? Should we blame the WHO? Should we blame Vladimir Putin of Russia? Should we blame all the politicians around the world that are in top position? Is Russia in the right way of slamming, and is Trump in the right way of defending? Once again, this is J Con TV out of Zurich, saying unto each and every one of us, my friend, in this time, be safe, obey the laws, and let us stop to spread more corona around the world. Walk in peace, my friend. Shalom.